Now we're going to talk about hue saturation. So open your hue saturation Pexels photo, and the hue saturation adjustment layer is right here. It's a long rectangle with several small rectangles on top of it. So right away your output sliders for hue, saturation, and lightness will pop up. And up here you can see your defaults. Photoshop has some set defaults and you can try them out and see what you think. So this is Photoshop's way of anticipating what might be a color adjustment that you want. Like you can see this one is an increased saturation, an increased saturation more, old style, red boost, sepia, which has like a kind of a burned brown image, strong saturation, yellow boost, default. So let's try the yellow boost because I have the yellow hijab right here. And if you take that on and off, you can see. And that's nice. That's a great adjustment. I like that one. Sometimes they're not the best. But it's always best to do your own adjusting. And you can do them each individually, again, and just bring up your saturation again. And this is great because this picture, you have a really strong presence of yellow here. So I'm going to go specifically to my yellow channel, and you can see that it's increasing the hijab just very specifically. And I like that, the way that that looks. And that actually might be very similar to the yellow boost preset that Photoshop has, but I'm just doing it myself. So you can increase the lightness of that yellow channel too also. If you're like, yeah, I like the yellow and I want it to be saturated, but it's too dark. Sometimes that happens when the saturation increases, the overall color just gets almost like too dark and vibrant. You can also change the hue of just that yellow channel, like if you wanted the yellow to be a little bit more yellow-orange or in the red-orange family. It's really a beautiful function that Photoshop has, this hue saturation and just isolating each color channel. You can see this green background too. Like let's say I wanted my greens to come out. Okay, I'm going to make them a little bit more blue-green. So I'm going to bring my hue over here. And then I'm going to increase and you can see the background is getting, whoa, too much, more vibrant back there. So let's see, before, after. And it's really just up to your personal taste. Again, with Photoshop, you want to make sure that your photo is looking natural, unless you're doing a piece of fine art. But if you're doing basic photo editing, you don't want it to look really fake or overly saturated. And again, knowing this is how my original picture is, so I don't want to go too far off, but just kind of bringing out the warmth of this piece of fabric right here. And I just love the details and the texture of it, so I wanted to really bring some attention here. So that is hue saturation.